Welcome back, guys, to another JZFishing video, and the reason that we're going to be doing this video all through this audio recording is because all the audio footage from the day is really bad because it was extremely windy, but we'll get into that later in today's video. But the goal of today's video is to fish for big rockfish and big lingcod from shore. I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't catch any fish. So if you're interested in watching a fishing video where you actually catch fish, I would click off. But if you're interested in watching a very interesting video of kind of like a really nice hike down to the water, then stay, because this was a really interesting video and definitely a crazy experience. Okay, not really sure where or how to start today's video, but I want to start off by talking about who we were fishing with. The kids in front of us, as you can see, are Faithful Fishing Outdoors, another fellow YouTube channel here in the Bay Area. We've talked about them before, and they told us about the spot that they found on Google Maps. Now, if you know where we are right now, we are at the Marin Headlands lookout point, and we just walked down the road onto this little path. Yes, this video is sketchy, and if you have a fear of heights, this might freak you out a little bit. Pretty much what our goal was to get to the top of this little mountain area, about 800 feet down this sketchy hill trail to the water, where we would then fish off of this cliff into the Pacific Ocean for lingcod and rockfish. So an absolutely epic experience, really kind of a once-in-a-lifetime type thing, and definitely not your average relaxing fishing trip. This is the footage of us, first getting on the trail. As you can tell, we were really being as careful as possible, because if you made one little mistake, you could roll down this really dangerous hill. As you can see, it's extremely steep. Look at how steep that is. I really hope the GoPro does a good job of giving this place justice, because this was a crazy hike. Okay, now that you guys have a little bit of background about what we're doing, let's talk about the hike, the fishing trip, and rock fishing this way in general. So the first thing I do want to say is this hike was absolutely beautiful. As you can tell, the view was gorgeous. I mean, it was a beautiful day. It was a little windy, but the sun was out. It wasn't raining. We actually got a pretty nice break in the rain today. The ocean is just absolutely beautiful. The mountains were really green. And these flat parts were amazing to walk on. This part was my favorite. I thought it was the least sketchy and the least scary, least life-threatening, if you will. And pretty much what we're doing is walking down. As you can tell, there's these two slope hills in front of us. And that is kind of where we're headed. So we're gonna go over that first hump, the second hump, and then dive straight down about 100 or so feet directly to the water's edge. So let's skip a little bit ahead and let's cross over those first couple of humps. All right, here is where it gets super sketchy. So we just finished walking over those little humps there, and at the bottom of this little ridge right there is where we're gonna be fishing. You can't really see it now, but you'll see it here in a couple of minutes. And right now we are walking down definitely the steepest slope I have ever walked down in my entire life. This slope was incredibly steep, and if you fell and got head over your heels and started rolling, there wasn't much that would stop you. So this is pretty much the sketchiest part here. This is Zach, by the way, on the GoPro. As you can tell, extremely steep. Look at that. That was crazy. And so Zach actually does kind of slip here coming up, and that was definitely one of the sketchier parts of this, was seeing him kind of fall. Luckily, he was completely all right. He just slipped, just lost his footing, but he got really lucky because it could have been a lot worse. As you can tell here, it's extremely steep, and when I look back at the camera, there he goes. That's where he fell. So as he fell down on his butt, which was good. As you can tell, so steep. I mean, look at how steep that is. Once he got on his butt, he just tried to slide his way down. Look at how steep that is. This thing was really steep. I know I keep saying that, but really crazy. And we were also carrying tons and tons of fishing gear, which also made it a lot harder. Okay, in this clip, you can kind of see where we end up going. That's where they are. They made it down before us. That's where we're going to be fishing. Let's see if I have any footage of us actually fishing the spot, because this place was really cool, but also really sketchy. All right, this is where we were fishing, and this is the only clip I got. It was too windy for me to even whip out the camera gear. As you can tell, extremely sketchy. It was about a 4.5 foot swell. The wind was absolutely ripping, but it was still a really cool experience. Unfortunately, we did end up having to go because we didn't specifically feel safe in the conditions. It ended up getting a lot nicer, apparently, as that's what Faithful Fishing Outdoors said. And they ended up catching a couple crabs and lost a big cabezon, is what they think. But it was still a really cool experience. Is it something we're gonna do again? Maybe. Maybe we'll find a little bit of a safer spot to do it. I would, though, really like to catch a big lingcod, especially from shore. It was a really, really amazing hike, and I was really excited we got some really cool footage. Once again, shout out to Zach for filming. If you guys are interested in these fishing videos or any future videos, I know today didn't really have a ton of fishing, please subscribe. I know it's been really, really tough right now, really no fishing videos, and we're really sorry. We hate it just as much as you guys do, but we're really working, and this week we actually have a break from school, so it's gonna be our top priority to make a fishing video for you guys where we actually catch a fish. But that's about it. I hope you guys subscribe and, click that like button down below, helps us out a lot. And with that being said, we'll see you next time.